I don't even know if I have the patience to enter this video because I've already gotten a preview of what's in the box, so obviously I know what we're about to get into and I'm so excited. So yeah, super short intro today, but yes, if you are excited to see what's in this month's box, it's probably my favorite one we've ever gotten so far. Spoiler alert, but yes. So if you guys want to see what's in this month's box, then let's just go ahead and get started. Also, if I look weird, it's because all I have is foundation and concealer on because we have some products to try out, so I don't want to put everything on if we have things to try out. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the box. Whoa, the card always falls out, I always forget. Okay, so obviously our little card comes, and I think this month's theme is the Caribbean Queen, and my favorite girl in the entire world is on it. Right there, Miss Kathleen Lights. So the first item that we've gotten in the box this month is called the Sol de Janeiro, and it is a body butter, and this stuff, it's everything that they talked about. Like, it's incredible. So this smells like literally the Caribbean. It smells like sunscreen and coconut and all these wonderful things. So let me go ahead and read about this product. So this sample size, this is not the full size, I know, just because I've seen it online and it's like way bigger than this, but this product is called Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Bum Bum Cream, and it says the Brazilian Bum Bum Cream is inspired by the Brazilians' favorite feature, the bum bum. It's creamy and rich in guarana, a native Amazonian plant whose fruit contains one of the most potent forms of caffeine. The fast-absorbing texture contains just enough mica to add a perfect Brazilian glow, as the formula helps your body look and feel its smoothest and tightest. Pistachio caramel leaf skin delicately fragranced. So this size of this lotion is $10. So that's the first thing we got in this month's box. The second thing, I'm so excited. So the second thing we got, Boxycharm always kills it with like brushes and brush sets. I feel like every single month we get at least one brush. So this month we got a brush set. 3 brushes come in it. It's from Luxie, and y'all know I love Luxie brushes. I think they're one of the best brands, and they're actually pretty expensive, so it's really cool that we get brushes in this month's box. So that's why I don't have all of my face makeup on. I'm going to be using some of these brushes to do some stuff to my face. So first brush we got is the like tapered, it looks like a duo fiber tapered brush. I'll probably be using this for either bronzer or blush today. The next brush we got is like this tapered, it almost looks like a setting brush for powder or something like that. And then the last brush looks like almost like a bigger highlighting brush, or I mean, these can be used for whatever you want, but that's probably what I'm going to be using it for today, like a highlighter brush or something like that. So yes, we got all 3 of these brushes in our box this month, and the brush set retails for $42, so that's super cool. There's a really long explanation and we know what brushes are, so I'm just gonna not worry about that right now. So yes, I'm gonna be using these brushes today. So I'm gonna start off with this duo fibered one, and I'm going to bronze up my face with my very well loved butter bronzer. This is a kind of a smaller brush for bronzer, but we're just gonna go ahead and see how this works. That applied the bronzer very well. I could use this for blush even, or for lightly setting the face. These are super versatile brushes. So the next brush that I'm gonna take is this kind of flattened tapered one, and I'm gonna use this for blush. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of my the Milani powdered blush in Romantic Rose, and I'm gonna stick that just on the apples of my cheek. Okay, so that worked great. So now I'm going to move on to highlighter and use the last brush, which is like this little, kind of a bigger highlighting brush in my opinion. And I'm gonna be using my little e.l.f. highlighter in Moonlight Pearls. I actually really like the more big highlighter brushes because they cover more surface area and kind of tend to not leave like streaks or lines like that like a lot of the smaller brushes do. So that applied it perfectly. I have no issues with that. Probably the most exciting thing in this box, that I think this might be like one of the best products we've ever gotten at all ever in Boxycharm. So Gabby is someone that works at Boxycharm and she just created her own Cuban makeup brand, and so she launched her eyeshadow palette and it's in the box this month. I literally am so excited. I don't think I've ever been more excited for a product in Boxycharm. So it's called the Alamar palette. Well, the brand is Alamar Cosmetics, and I don't know what the name of the palette is. Let me check on the name of the palette. I think it's, I'm gonna butcher all of these names. Reina del Caribe. Don't judge me on my Spanish. But this palette, I'm just gonna show you the colors in it because you're gonna freak out. These are the shades. I'm absolutely obsessed with this palette. I'm absolutely obsessed with this palette, and with all the colors in here, it's literally screaming Caribbean, and I'm just so excited that we have this in the box. I look up to Gabby so much. She's also really good friends with Kathleen Light, so that's always a plus. So yes, we are gonna be dipping into this today, and I'm feeling really inspired by this palette. So I'm gonna go ahead. I've already primed my eyes with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow base, and I just set my lids with just a translucent powder. I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of dabble into these colors and see what look I wanna come up with. So I think I'm first gonna go in with Cocoa Taxi. This is the lightest transition shade. This is the lightest shade in the palette. So it's not quite a transition shade for me, but I kind of like that because I feel like a lot of darker complected girls don't have a lot of transition shades because most of them are way too light for them. So I kind of like that this one is darker. I'm fine with that. I just go in with it light-handedly and then it should be fine. So I'm gonna go in with this shade. Oh, it's so beautiful. It reminds me of like mangoes. So the next shade I'm gonna go in with is this Tropico shade, which is like a burnt orange, almost red toned shade, and it's stunning. Now I'm just gonna apply that right, wow, this shade is so pigmented. Put this one right in the crease as well, just a little bit lower. These blend incredibly well. Okay, so the next shade I'm gonna go in with on the lid is this Guantanamera shade, Guantanamera. So I'm just gonna take this on a packer brush and pack that on to my lid. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of fallout, which is not terrible. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe that off. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of that second shade we used, the Tropico shade, and I'm gonna blend out the edges of this Guantanamera shade. Just make sure it's all blended seamlessly. And then I'm gonna go back in with the first brush we used with Cocoa Taxi, that first yellow shade we used, the mango shade, and just further blend. Ooh, it almost looks like a sunset. I love it. So I'm just gonna do the other eye off of camera really quickly and then we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the lower lash line. And I'm thinking that I wanna go in with a pop of color. I don't know if I wanna do, I think I wanna do one of these shades, either El Malazón or Celia. And I don't know which one. I might honestly mix them and just kind of put them on the lower lash line. But before I put those shades on the bottom, I'm gonna take a mix of Cocoa Taxi and Tropico just lightly and buff that out on the lower lash line, just so we have a little bit of what we have on the lid on our lower lash line as well. So I'm just gonna buff out those two colors really quickly on the bottom lash line. So I'm just taking those two shades, Celia and El Malazón, and I've mixed them together. It looks like more of the El Malazón shade is coming off more though, so it's a little more like olive. Let me see if I can build a little bit of Celia on top of that, just Celia. Oh yeah, that's more so what I wanted. Ooh, so pretty. Okay, so I've mixed those two shades on my lower lash line. I'm just gonna go ahead and buff them back out with those two first shades, just to kind of make sure they're all blended. And then I'm gonna pop the lightest shade La Costa in my waterline, in my inner corners, just lightly. So pretty. Maybe on my brow bone as well. So that palette retails for $28, so that's even really not that expensive, but it's already more than the box, so you're getting so much more than what the box is worth in the box every month. So the next product that we got in the box is this Jante Bleu eyeliner, and it is in dark brown. It's like a super rich dark brown, and I'm gonna pop this on my waterline. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, so that eyeliner was not my favorite. It was very hard to go on. It's just a little too stiff and a little too hard. It's not creamy enough. So I put it on, but you can barely see it because it just won't work with me, and I wasn't really wanting to do all that. So the next product in the box is probably the second most exciting thing that we got in the box besides the Alamar palette. So we got Baddington lashes. We got a set of lashes in this month's box, and these are stunning. If you guys know what my favorite lashes are, they're kind of beat up and toe up. You can't really even see them. They look very similar to mine. They're even a little more separated, so they're a little more natural, but these are beautiful lashes, and they They retail for $28, so almost $30 lashes, which is so expensive and so cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara, curl my lashes, and put my lash glue on and put all my lashes on, and I'll be right back. All right, so I've got the lashes on. I ran out of lash glue, so I literally just stuck these on right off the thing because the things were still sticky anyway. So if they look a little wonky, that's why. They literally aren't sticking with lash glue. They're just with the stickies that were on the original thing. So they're beautiful. They are very similar to mine. They're just longer. So mine are, I think, a little bit more thick, like they have more on each, but and these are thinner, but they're longer, and mine are shorter. So I really like these. I like how dramatic they are. I'm liking them, I'm loving them. So the last product that we have in this month's box is a liquid lipstick, and it is from Ofra. Y'all know I love me some Ofra liquid lipsticks. So this shade is, I think it's Verona. Yep, it's Verona, and these liquid lipsticks retail for $21. So I think they're kind of mid-price. They're not super expensive, but not super cheap either. So I don't know if this is gonna go with the look, but we're just gonna put it on anyway. And so yeah, I'm excited that we got this in this month's box, and let's go ahead and apply it. Okay, so I think this is by far one of my worst lip applications, so just don't pay any mind to that. But that was the final product in this month's Boxycharm, and like I said, this is probably my favorite box that I've ever gotten from them, and I just love it. I just love everything about Boxycharm, and I love the products that they put in it, and there's some announcements coming out for the fall. I saw it on their Snapchat story the other day, so super cool. If you want to see that, I'm sure it's on their Instagram or on their website or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add up all of the products and see how much everything is. Okay, so this month's box is over $130, and I mean, it's over $130 worth of products, so you're only paying $21. It really is the best subscription box that you can get. You can get anything. So yeah, this really is just the best subscription box for makeup and for things like that. So I loved every single product in this box. The only thing that was a little iffy was the eyeliner, just because it was a little hard to use. I mean, I'm sure it'll work on like the upper lash line or something like that, but when the waterline is just it's not creamy enough, so it doesn't really work. But other than that, everything was so good. I love the Alamar Cosmetics palette. I think that was So stunning, and I can't wait to see what else she comes out with. Gabby, this was such a good launch, and I think I'm going to start doing some more tutorials with that palette as well. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video so much. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications bell, and leave any video requests that you guys have down below. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!